If you're in a leadership role, the next couple of years are, no joke, going to define your company's entire future with AI. The window for just trying AI, for doing little experiments, that's closing fast. Today, we're going to unpack a super clear framework called Goal to Learn. Think of it as your roadmap to a real, concrete AI strategy by 2026. And this quote right here, it just hits the nail on the head. We are moving way past the AI science fair phase. By 2026, AI isn't going to be some cool tool your IT team is playing with. Nope, it's going to be a core operating capability, just as fundamental as your finance or HR teams. This isn't just an upgrade, you guys, it's a whole new way of doing business. So why 2026? What's the big deal? Well, it's the tipping point. Right now, there's this massive chasm opening up. On one side, you have the companies that are weaving AI into their very DNA. And on the other, well, you have everyone else, kind of stuck in endless pilot projects. The next 24 months are going to decide which side of that chasm your organization lands on. To make sure you're on the right side of that gap, you've got to play by a whole new set of rules. There are three, let's call them foundational pillars, that every single successful AI strategy is going to be built on. So, let's dig into what they are. First up, operational governance. And this one is huge. It means it's time to toss out that 50-page policy PDF that's just collecting digital dust somewhere. With new regulations like the EU AI Act coming online, governance isn't a document anymore. It's an active weekly workflow. You're going to need an audit trail that proves exactly what your AI did, what data it used, and which humans signed off on it. It's all about accountability and action. Second, let's talk about the money. Inference-first economics. For years, the big cost was all about training the AI model. Think of it like building the car engine. But now, the biggest cost by far is running it. That's inference, and it's like paying for gas every single time you drive. Managing this ongoing expense is no longer just an IT problem. It's a strategic CFO-level conversation about the real cost of every AI-powered action. And our third pillar, agentic execution. This is where AI stops just talking and starts doing. We're moving beyond simple chatbots to AI agents that can actually execute real tasks. But, and this is the critical part, success here isn't about the flashiest demo. It's about having absolutely bulletproof safety nets. You need robust rollback plans and smart human checkpoints to make sure these agents do the job right, safely, every single time. So just to recap real quick, governance becomes a living system, not a dusty document. Economics is all about managing the day-to-day costs of running your AI, and execution focuses on reliable, automated agents that get things done, not just chatbots. These three pillars are the foundation for everything that comes next. All right, so we have our pillars, but how do you actually build the house? That brings us to the goal framework. I want you to think of this as the architect's blueprint. It's the foundational work you do one time to get your entire AI strategy set up on solid ground. The goal framework itself is a really simple four-step process. It's govern, optimize, automate, and localize. Let's walk through exactly how each of these steps builds up your AI capability. First, G is for govern, and this is totally non-negotiable. Before you do anything else, you define the rules of the road. That means classifying your data, what's public, what's for internal eyes only, and what's absolutely private. And, just as important, you decide at what point a human has to step in and approve a decision. This is your fundamental safety layer. Next up, O is for optimize. It's time to stop the chaos of every single department trying to reinvent the wheel. The winning move here is to figure out which model plus workflow combinations actually work, and then you standardize them. You build a central, reusable toolkit so everyone can benefit. That's how you scale efficiently and keep quality high. Then we've got A for automate. But listen closely on this one. Don't try to boil the ocean. The key is to pick one thing. Just one. A well-defined, high-impact workflow. Maybe it's sorting customer support tickets. Maybe it's vetting new vendors. Build an agent for that single task. Measure its success with hard numbers and prove the value. Then and only then do you expand. And finally, L is for localize. This brings us right back to that pillar of inference-first economics. This is all about being smart about where your AI actually runs. Huge, heavy-duty training jobs, yeah, those probably belong in the cloud. But high-frequency tasks or anything that touches sensitive data should probably run locally or on the edge to slash costs and keep that data totally secure. And this slide just lays out the trade-off perfectly. Look at the benefits of running AI locally. The unit cost is lower. The response time is way faster. And maybe most important of all, your sensitive data never, ever has to leave your own network. That's a powerful combination of cost, speed, and privacy.
Okay, so the goal framework gives you that rock-solid foundation. But in the world of AI, the ground is always shifting under your feet. So how do you stay agile? Well, that's where the second part of our framework comes in. Learn. And this isn't some big new project. It's a simple 30-minute weekly habit that's designed to keep you way ahead of the curve.
And just look how focused this is. 10 minutes to scan just 2 key sources, one about regulations, one about tech. 5 minutes to ask yourself, how does this affect our risk, cost, or speed? 10 minutes to make one small practical tweak. A few minutes to log it for that audit trail we talked about, and then 2 minutes to turn any win into a new best practice. It's this powerful, disciplined loop that drives constant improvement. So, with the goal to learn framework in place, you're pretty much ready for 2026. But what comes after that? A good strategy always keeps one eye on the horizon. So, here are 2 areas you should definitely put on your long-range radar.
2 quick things to watch. First, physical AI. We're talking about AI moving beyond the screen and into the real world. Think robotics on the factory floor or in warehouses. Second, quantum readiness. Now, this isn't a problem for tomorrow morning, but 2026 is exactly the right time to start asking strategic questions about the huge security and computing shifts that quantum is going to bring. Think of these as topics for your strategy offsite, not your Monday morning meeting.
So there you have it. We've gone from these big, abstract ideas to a concrete playbook. Goal is your blueprint to build the capability, and learn is your weekly habit to stay sharp. The what and the how aren't really the issue anymore. The only question left is the one on your screen. What is the first workflow you are going to transform?